What if your next smartwatch didn't just casually tell you that you've been sitting too long, but actually transformed into one of the most vital, proactive health tools you wear every single day? That is the massive premise behind the latest leak surrounding the upcoming Apple Watch Ultra 4. We are talking about an entirely overhauled S11 processing architecture, a potential watershed leap into real blood pressure monitoring, and crucial battery efficiency gains designed to keep the Ultra running dependably when you are miles away from the nearest power outlet. If even a fraction of these leaked details turn out to be true, the Ultra 4 isn't going to be just another incremental yearly spec bump. It represents a fundamental shift in what a wearable computer can achieve on your wrist. While Apple hasn't confirmed anything officially yet, reports originating from industry insiders and supply chain leaks point toward a very clear direction. Apple wants the Ultra lineup to be more independent from your iPhone, dramatically smarter through on-device artificial intelligence, and fundamentally indispensable for long-term health tracking. Today, we are breaking down everything the Apple Watch Ultra 4 could bring, the important context behind the blood pressure rumors, why the battery story matters more than ever, and where Apple's long-term wearable ambitions are headed. Let's dive in. First up on the spec sheet is the rumored S11 chip. On paper, hearing about a new processor can sound like classic tech marketing boilerplate. Faster processor, better benchmarks, next product, please. But when it comes to a wearable form factor, performance isn't just about shaving a fraction of a second off an app launch time. A more capable chip fundamentally changes what the device is capable of doing right on your wrist without constantly forcing you to reach into your pocket for your iPhone. The S11 is expected to deliver a massive, noticeable leap in overall interface responsiveness. Applications will launch instantly. Fluid animations will glide smoothly across the screen, and multitasking between complex workout trackers, navigation maps, and music controls will feel entirely effortless. If you've ever tried to use a smartwatch in the middle of a high-intensity workout, on a technical trail, or while carrying groceries and bags, you already know why that matters. You don't want to wait around for a sluggish screen to catch up to your inputs. You want to glance down, get your critical data instantly, and keep moving forward. However, raw speed is only half the story. The real breakthrough of the S11 architecture centers on what that extra processing muscle unlocks for Siri and Apple's broader on-device artificial intelligence initiative. The rumored goal is a deeply intelligent assistant capable of processing contextual information in real time directly on the watch. Instead of Siri simply acting as a basic voice trigger for simple timers or web searches, it can offer tailored, proactive guidance based on your immediate activity. Imagine finishing an arduous trail run or a grueling weightlifting session and asking for a quick, comprehensive summary of your performance without digging through 5 different submenus. Imagine asking for a health-related update and receiving a synthesized answer derived directly from the continuous biometric data your watch has been quietly collecting all day long. Leaks suggest the Ultra 4 could introduce highly personalized fitness suggestions, immediate health insights, environmental safety alerts that arrive at the exact right moment, and actionable recommendations that actually make sense in your current physical context. That matters immensely because a watch is the most intimate, personal screen Apple manufactures. Your iPhone might be sitting on a desk in another room. Your MacBook might be closed in your backpack, but your watch is strapped directly to your skin, quietly logging your heart rate, movement, blood oxygen, and temperature profiles 24 hours a day. If Apple can bridge the gap between that mountain of data and effortless voice interaction, the watch transforms from a passive notification mirror into an active, intelligent personal health assistant. Now, let's move into the domain that generates the most excitement and the most confusion in the tech world: health sensors. Rumors indicate that the Ultra 4 could bring a significantly expanded sensor array, potentially in Teg, aiding roughly twice as many discrete monitoring components into the rear casing compared to previous generations. While we don't yet have a complete blueprint of every single hardware edition, the headline-grabbing feature being discussed across supply chains is blood pressure tracking. If Apple can successfully deliver true, reliable blood pressure monitoring in a consumer wearable, It will be an absolute watershed moment for the industry. Cardiovascular health hinges heavily on blood pressure metrics, yet tracking it has historically required a rigid, physical cuff that mechanically restricts blood flow to your arm, a mechanism entirely foreign to a flat sensor resting against your wrist. This distinction requires careful context. Apple has already made major strides in this space. In September 2025, the Apple Watch Series 11 and Apple Watch Ultra 3 launched with FDA-cleared hypertension notifications. That system utilizes 30 days of continuous optical heart rate data to identify subtle physiological patterns pointing toward chronic high blood pressure, successfully alerting over 1 million people with undiagnosed hypertension in its first year alone. That is an incredible early warning achievement, but it doesn't give you a precise, cuff-like numerical reading on demand. It flags potential long-term risk. For the Ultra 4 rumor to represent a true paradigm shift, the hardware would need to go far beyond long-term trend warnings. It would need to deliver quantified, actionable blood pressure numbers comparable to a dedicated medical device. And that is precisely where FDA regulatory clearance becomes the ultimate hurdle. Apple can engineer world-class silicon, but health hardware is governed by entirely different standards. Until regulatory approval is secured and publicly announced, we must treat blood pressure numbers on a watch as speculative. But if they arrive with verified clinical accuracy, cardiovascular self-care will never be the same. All of this advanced processing power, brighter displays, continuous health sensing, and active AI workloads naturally bring up the most critical question for any tech enthusiast: what happens to battery life? The Apple Watch Ultra has always targeted a specific demographic: users who demand extreme endurance, multi-day reliability, and zero battery anxiety while far away from wall chargers. If you're out on a multi-day trek, traveling internationally, or training for endurance marathons, reliability is the entire point of the device. According to recent leaks, Apple plans to counteract these heavy power demands not by bloating the physical battery size, but through aggressive efficiency gains engineered directly into the S11 chip and systemic power management protocols. In plain English, the watch is designed to accomplish heavier computational workloads while wasting significantly less electrical energy. This is foundational. A life-saving health sensor or an advanced AI feature is completely useless if the watch battery dies halfway through your day. If battery anxiety forces you to take the device off to charge constantly, you lose the continuous data logging that makes modern wearables valuable in the first place. An ultra-efficient Ultra 4 could maintain continuous health monitoring, frequent Siri prompts, and bright outdoor visibility without forcing users to babysit a charger. Zooming out for a broader perspective, the Ultra 4 does not exist in a vacuum. Recent reports from supply chain analysts suggest Apple is actively exploring much larger concepts for its future wearable ecosystem, ranging from minimalist, screenless fitness bands to alternative casing geometries and even ultra-luxury tiers positioned above the current pricing ladder. While those exploratory concepts are likely years away from commercial reality, they prove that Apple is thinking far beyond the traditional smartwatch paradigm. But before any radical redesigns materialize, the Apple Watch Ultra 4 stands as the immediate flagship evolution, rumored to launch alongside the Apple Watch Series 12, with even whispers of a classic ceramic case finish returning to the lineup for the first time since 2016. So what does the Apple Watch Ultra 4 boil down to? It's a synthesis of 3 core pillars: deeper intelligence from the S11 processor, potentially transformative health tracking anchored by blood pressure monitoring, and superior power efficiency designed to keep the entire experience running seamlessly on your wrist. None of this is set in stone yet, and the blood pressure claims demand rigorous independent verification. But if Apple pulls this off, the Ultra 4 won't just be another accessory on your wrist. It will redefine what a personal health device can do. What feature would make you pull the trigger on an upgrade? Is it smarter on-device Siri integration, bulletproof battery life, or legitimate clinical-grade blood pressure readings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button for continuing coverage as these leaks develop, and I will catch you in the next deep dive.